Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a Sephora haul update. So I like to do these like a month or so after my Sephora haul, just so I can really try the products, do more than just the first impressions, and just really give you my thoughts on them. And I do have a couple of things that aren't from Sephora. If you want to see my speed review slash updated thoughts on all the products I got from Sephora, then just keep on watching. I normally don't ever talk about things that I got more colors of, like the House Labs lip oils. I know I love them and I just wanted more color, so I don't really talk about stuff that I just wanted another color in it, because I already know that I do love the formula. And if you're curious what's on my lips, MAC Plum Lip Liner and Rare Beauty Lip Oil in Affection. Affection. I'm gonna start with concealer. So I got the Natasha Denona, what is this called? Hyglam concealer in the shade RN1. I have been obsessed with this concealer. I have not stopped using it. Like, I understand the hype. I understand why people rave about this so much. I feel like it gets compared to the Hourglass one a lot. And in my opinion, this is more hydrating than the Hourglass one, and isn't so hard to work with. I feel like sometimes with the Hourglass one, my under eyes need to be nice and hydrated. I have to work kind of quickly with that one, or it kind of will just set down. And sometimes I just feel like I have really good days with the Hourglass one where I love it. I think it looks really nice underneath the eyes and gives good coverage. And then sometimes I feel like I use it and it looks patchy, it clings to certain areas, it's a little hard to blend out and hard to work with. But this one, it gives the most flawless finish, such good coverage. Honestly, a little bit goes a long way with this one, but it just makes it look so flawless, but it doesn't make it super heavy and makeup-y looking. It's just perfection. I honestly think that a lot of skin types would like this: mature, dry skin, oily skin. I have more oily skin. I do set this one. It does have a little bit more of like a dewy, hydrating finish, but I just think it looks so skin-like and just so nice underneath the eyes, and just really smooths everything out, and it's just so easy to work with. I have been reaching for this concealer since I got it non-stop. Like, I honestly don't think I've reached for anything since this one. I have just been obsessed. And then I'll just go ahead and talk about this powder. This is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Fair Pink 1. I have been using this one a lot. I have it on today. I think this is very comparable to the Huda Beauty one. I feel like it's very flawless, very airbrush. It has like a nice, very like finely milled, thin consistency. Honestly, maybe it's just me. Sometimes I don't think this one is quite as matte as the Huda Beauty one. It almost gets the finish of like, you know, like when you put powder on and then you kind of set your face. I feel like it kind of gives that finish where it's just very sunk into the skin. It's very skin-like, very smooth, but again, it's still looking very airbrush, but keeping me matte all day. Like, it keeps my makeup in place, but it doesn't look super matte and heavy and very powdery, which is one reason I love the Huda Beauty one. So I feel like this is very comparable to the Huda Beauty one because they kind of have similar finishes. But this is a very nice powder. I've been really enjoying it. I don't know if it's replaced Huda Beauty, but I feel like they're like right up there together. Like, I really have been enjoying this powder. I'm gonna talk about my cream contour slash bronzer. I only have one. It's the Saie Dew Bronzer in the shade Salt. So the shade I got is a little bit more of like a, I don't want to swatch it because I want to get all over, but it's a little bit more of like a cooler, like neutral tone. It's not too cool. I feel like it looks a lot darker and cooler in the component than it does once it's blended out. It has a little bit more warmth once it's blended out, but it's not too warm, it's not too cool. This is such a good formula. Like, such an amazing formula. It is so easy to blend. It is so easy to work with. This is such a foolproof product. Like, it's crazy to me how fast and easy this blends. I actually just dot this onto my face and it blends like a dream. It blends in no time. I knew I'd probably like this product because I love their blush formula. I just didn't realize how much I would love this product. This is absolutely worth the hype. It is so easy to work with. I almost feel like it's like the Makeup by Mario skin enhancer in a cream, like a liquid formula. It's just so sheer but buildable. It gives like the perfect like skin like wash to the face. It's just so, it is like amazing how blendable and easy this is to work with. I have been again, like these two products I have not stopped reaching for. Even the Makeup by Mario powder, like I have been obsessed with all of these products and I can't stop reaching for them. I can't remember if I already talked about this one. This is the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush in the shade Craft. I got this at Ulta, not Sephora, but you can get this at Sephora, and I can't remember if I talked about it or not. I just like love this color, but my main gripe with this is I do not like the packaging. I think it's too liquidy of a formula for this packaging, and I just don't like this little push button. It's a little hard to like get product out with this. I just wish it was just like a normal in like a doe foot, or I don't know. I don't really like love the like push button on the bottom, just because I think it's just, you know, a little inconvenient, a little hard to work with. I think if you are older or you have arthritis, it might even be hard to push this down. The formula is nice. I'm not blown away by this formula like a lot of people are. I just kind of want to keep using it. I used it today. No, I didn't. No, I used the other one today. But I have tried it on my lips, and it's a nice like lip stain. Again, gorgeous color. Very watery, very thin formula, so sometimes I do think it can be a little harder to work with. So I do like to like put it on my hand and warm it up on the brush and make sure my brush is like evenly saturated and then push it in. But it's a nice blush. I don't think I'm blown away with it. So far I do like that blush. It's not at a love yet. Next one is the Huda Beauty Blush Filter in the shade Black Cherry. So this one, a lot of people were saying actually makes your, like gives like a blurred effect to the cheek. Let me, do I have my mirror? I did put a blush, like a powder over top. I don't think my cheeks look blurred. I need to keep trying it. I honestly kind of forgot that it's supposed to give that blurred effect, but I haven't really like seen anything super crazy like blurring. So far I do really like this formula. Again, I think it's easy to work with. It dries down to a nice matte finish. Personally, with this one, I wouldn't put this on your face. I don't really prefer that method in general. It is supposed to kind of like set down and give you that more blurred effect. So I do think it's better to put it on your hand and work from your hand and put onto your face. I have been really liking it, and again, I kind of feel like the same way about like both of these. I feel like I'm not blown away by them, but they're both like really nice formulas and really pretty colors. But this one is the Caliray Blurry Blush in the shade Epic. This one I actually do think is blurring. I actually could see like a little bit of like a blur to it. Now it's not like crazy or anything where it's like your skin literally looks different, but where it has like a soft matte like velvety finish, I actually could see a little bit of like the blurring effect to it. This is probably the most long wearing liquid blush I have ever used. It is insane. Like it literally is almost like a blush stain in a way. Like it is not going anywhere. It has like just a regular blush formula. It's just like a regular kind of like moussey liquid blush, but the staying power on this is crazy. If you want a blush that is going to last all day, and you don't even need to top this with a powder blush, especially since it kind of sets itself down, it has more of like a blurring matte finish, this is the blush for you. Like this blush is not going anywhere. Again, since it does set down, especially with such staying power, I wouldn't draw this onto the face. I haven't tried it that way because I don't like doing that with especially blush. But if you want a long wearing blush, try out these Caliray ones. My last blush is a powder one. So this is the Kosas Blush is Life in the shade Euphoria. And I do really like this. These actually have a little bit more color payoff than I was expecting. That's it right now. I have on this blush and then I topped it with a little bit of this. This is a really nice formula. It's really nice and like thin, but it has a glow. But at least for me, this one in particular, I haven't tried any other shade. It isn't overpowering glowy. It isn't in your face like highlighter. It just kind of gives like this lit from within, just healthy hydrated cheek. I think these are really pretty as a blush or a blush topper. I don't think they're as glowy as the Milani baked blush. I think those are a little bit more in your face, glow than these ones, but so far I have been really liking this. It's a nice glowy blush. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about these. So these I got right before this because I had a gift card and I knew they would sell out, and they did. Last I looked, they are back in stock. These are the Patrick Ta Eye Illuminate Eyeshadow Duo. I again have a full swatch video of these if you want to like see what they look like swatched. I've only used this one on my eyes. Again, I just haven't been wearing much makeup lately is the only reason. I really want to do like a smoky look with this. This is the pink one, but this one is the one I have used the most. These are so pretty. Like, honestly, I don't even think in the pan does them justice. They are so pearlescent. They're so shimmery and wet looking on the eyes, like especially underneath like overhead lighting or like your phone, like in the sun, like you really see it. It is so pretty. I know these are pricey. I do think they're worth the money, and I'll tell you why. There are single shadows that are literally $20, $30, and you do get two, and I think these would last you a really long time. I use my fingers with these. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I will say I was trying to get into the inner corner, and I sprayed my brush, and like I picked this up and then sprayed my brush, and it did kind of start to like lift some of the eyeshadow, but that I think was my fault, honestly. I think the brush was just too wet, and I already had a little bit of it down and kind of just picked it up. So just be wary of that, but I love applying it with a brush, with my fingers. I think they look so pretty. I've gotten compliments when I wear it. It just looks so insanely pearlescent and gorgeous on the eyes. So if you've been wanting these and you don't know if they're worth the splurge or maybe as a Christmas gift, I definitely think these are worth it. I think they're so pretty. I do want the shade Talk to My Team, but I don't know if I'll pick that up or not. But I've been really enjoying those. The last two things are lip oils. So two things that are not from Sephora. These are the e.l.f. lip oils. I wanted to go ahead and throw these in here. I have the shade Honey Talks and Jam Session. I did see they just came out with like shimmery pearlescent shades that look so pretty. I love the doe foot on these. This is just kind of like random, but it's just like a nice big doe foot, but they're really nice and comfortable. They're not super thin. There's some lip oils that literally feel like an oil. Truly, it's just not super hydrating. Almost makes my lips feel drier when I put them on because they are just kind of like thin, almost like a serum-y texture, but they're not as thick as like a lip gloss. They're just like that perfect in between. I think they're really hydrating, really comfortable on the lips, but they don't have like a crazy amount of pigment. Now they are lip oil, so they're not going to last all night, all day, but I think they just have like the perfect amount of pigment to where they have some. I know they have some that are more like clear shades, like truly like a sheer wash of color, but both of the ones I have, I think they're really pretty and give just like the most perfect sheer wash of color. Like you could wear these on their own or with like a lip liner and a lipstick, or just like a lip liner in this. So I have been really enjoying these. And the last two things are the Patrick Ta, what are these called? Plumping Gloss. So this was the set, and this is in the shade Headliner and Main Stage. I'm pretty sure these are still in stock. I do really like these. I have worn this one. I haven't worn this one yet. This one is they're very sheer. Like, I just top. Like, that just looks really pretty. But these are extremely sheer. I do kind of wish they had just a little bit more pigment because they pretty much just look clear on the lips, to be honest. But I do really love this formula. I think it's a really nice, like, little bit more on the thick side, but not sticky thick. Like, they're still very comfortable, but they add such a shine to the lips. Like, they just make your lips look so plump and juicy. They are a little bit more plumping than I remember. Like, I don't know if my red one just doesn't feel as plumping, or maybe I just forget. It's still not like the Too Faced. It's not like burning, hurting, like I need to get this off my lips, but it is a little bit more tingly and spicy than I remember. But yeah, I do really like these. I do wish they just had a little bit more pigment. I don't think you need both sets. I would get one. They're very sheer. Yeah, I think the other one I've heard does have a little bit more pigment, but I I prefer these colors and these tones, but they do look super pretty and hydrating on the lips. So that is everything that I got from Sephora that I wanted to update you guys on. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, but if I am, oh wait, I am forgetting something. I just remembered. Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and then the Makeup Forever. The Makeup Forever isn't really like an update because I did already have the mini versions, and I do really like those. They're a nice wooden pencil, and that's kind of it. I don't think they're anything groundbreaking, but they're just like a nice wooden pencil, like multi-use wooden pencil. And then the other thing is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. I forgot. So I have the shade Pillow Talk Fair in Iconic Nude. I'll just insert a picture so I'll have to get up and go get it. So far I have been really liking those. They're more of like a creamy formula. I think they last really well. They almost kind of set down a little, which I will say, I did see a review and I could see how that could happen. The more you go over it, I could see it starting to crumble and kind of like almost pill and get kind of goopy, because they're a little bit more like it's just a thicker creamy formula. They're not hard to work with at all. They're not like the ColourPop lip liners or anything where they're so creamy and just so hard to work with, and they kind of just bleed all over themselves and just make a mess. I think they're a really nice creamy lip liner that will last a while. My only thing is, I do think if you go over it a bunch of times or something, it might start to look a little heavy and kind of pill. But other than that, I think they're a great formula and I've been really liking them. Yeah, so I think that now is everything I want to mention. Hopefully I didn't forget anything else, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this can give you some gift ideas maybe, or I don't know, things you just want to pick up for yourself. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!